That's Tom Pappas. He plays electric bass and does vocals for Superdrag.
That's John Davis. He sings lead vocals and plays guitar for Superdrag.
Now, what made the time right for a reunion?
We kind of put the whole deal on ice for a while, and I did a couple of solo records. The second one I did actually sounded a lot like a Superdrag record anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And so I started to write for kind of I was just writing songs. I didn't really have any idea where they'd end up, or didn't really necessarily have plans to make another John Davis record. So I was starting to gather a pretty decent sized bunch of material, and it all sounded like Superdrag to me. And then we had a Rarities record come out on Arena Rock, which is like a local record company we did some stuff with, and so that kind of stoked the fire a little bit more, and we started to get more and more offers from promoters. All along the way, we would get offers to come and play. It's kind of one-off gigs, but of course we weren't really interested in doing that for a long time. But all that to say, it was just kind of one thing led to another, and then I guess I was the one that kind of initially started making phone calls and asking these guys if they wanted to play.
Started earlier with me. I remember having dreams about playing. I kind of turned the part. I've been gone from the band for a long time.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. I'd have these dreams now and again about playing some high school, dreams are like strange, out of the ordinary deal. And then I called up Brandon, the other guitar player, and I was like, man, I've been having these weird dreams. And then he's like, I think Brandon had talked to you about doing the reunion shows. He goes, you should really call up John, talk to him about it. So I call him up, and he unloads it all on me. Jimmy, are you doing a show? Well, I was thinking more like 8 shows. He told me it was like a bunch. I was like, at the same time, I was super duper surprised, but I knew it was going to happen. I don't know if the dream thing had something to do with it, but it was a blast, man. That whole time period. That's 2007, and it's like no time went by. We got together, started playing, boom, bang, boom. We played slot machine phaser. We jumped into it and played it. It was like we hadn't been gone at all. So it was really cool.
Now, what's the audience look like on the tour?
Everywhere we go, we see people that we've been seeing at shows for 15 years.
Right.
It's fantastic. They're friends. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I saw a couple of people last night that were at our first New York show ever.
Oh, really? Now, when was the first New York show?
That was in 1994, and we played at NYU
With Velocity Girl.
So, we'll run into folks like that we've been seeing at shows for 15 years. Then there are other people that weren't really aware of us when we were on Electro Records. We kind of regrouped and kind of went out and gained a new audience just by constantly staying on tour. And so then we'll see some of those folks, and there are other people who were exposed to the band while we're away and weren't doing any work. So that's kind of a strange phenomenon to have people that are fans of the music but never got to see the band in any formation.
Now, you guys just got back from South by Southwest. I saw you got a bunch of videos up on the net. How was it?
It was fantastic. We had some great shows down there.
It's, all across the board, once again, in terms of the shows, we did an outdoor gig for a bunch of packed courtyard at Guero's at 3 o'clock, so that was kind of a family thing.
I saw that video, yeah.
And then we played this off South by Southwest party. It's not even a party with South by Southwest, called After the Jump Fest, which is like an old school cake party or something. And it was just like the old days when we used to go out and play, beer parties or whatever, all kinds of different people that traveled to see us play. One guy got up on stage and the PA went out, the stage was bouncing up and down.
And those were like our first shows. We started our band, we used to play in our basement where we rehearsed. We put on a show or play in the backyard. We play in punk rock clubs in Knoxville and just different places. Something like that's pretty cool. It was actually a lot like a gig that we would have done in 1994, you know. Random homeless guys getting up on stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
It's
a
kinda-
picture. It's on the web.
The neighborhood was a little bit sketchy, to be honest.
It's fun-
Again,
the fun-
a
funnest
lot like
shows.
where we come from.
So we play that, and then we go play this big billboard showcase, our main show. So we go from this stage that's made out of plywood and bouncing them down on cinder blocks. Mike's hitting us in the face
Okay.
to like super duper nice club and go play there, which was a trip. That was packed. You know, it was like a really nice South by Southwest showcase.
And those are all on the same day.
Yeah, 3 in a row. 3 o'clock, 7:30,
Okay.
and 11 o'clock. And then on Saturday we played a spin party, after show party at like 3:30 in the morning. And then we went to the hotel room, we took showers at like 4. We were about 5 in the morning, we left the hotel room, drove to the airport, dropped off the van, got in a plane and went home. It's like being a Navy SEAL, kinda.
Not really.
No, not except for the staying up part. Other than that, no.
Now, what's the set list look like?
We really try to mix it up as best we can. We haven't introduced anything from the last album, Last Call for Vitriol. We haven't done any of those tunes, but we will. I think we will eventually work some of those into the set. But otherwise, I mean, we play a lot of stuff from the first couple of full-length albums. Play some stuff from the first 7 inches we did. Stuff from In the Valley of Dying Stars. A lot of new songs, from the new record, of course. And,
Industry giants.
I mean, our show is usually about an hour and a half, so we got a decent length of time to cover a lot of different stuff.
Now, you guys have a new disc you just mentioned. What's the deal with Industry Giants?
It's available everywhere.
Is this, how would you compare it to, say, the past Electro work? Probably not.
I think it's like a flashback to some of the traditional Superdrag sounds there, like from Regretfully Yours. There's a flashback to the punk rock roots we had before Superdrag. We had a band called The Used, or They Used to Be now. And it was, John played drums with us, and it was fast punk rock. That's all we knew. We never discussed the Beatles, and one day we looked at each other and were like, man, you like the Beatles? Which were, Descendants, Black Flag, we're all into that. Like, yeah, we like that. So we kind of got tagged as this Beatle thing. So it's kind of, Industry Giants is kind of a tag back to that. It starts off with fast punk rock. It's got kind of everything. From the traditional pop stuff, Brandon sings the song on it, the other guitar player. It sounds like old school Superdrag. First couple songs, I think, and it kind of melds. The lyrical content's, I guess, a little bit different from the usual deal, but it's like an amalgam of everything we've ever done, I think.
And an amalgam, too. Both.
Amalgam I like better.
Yeah.
I made that up. You like that?
Now if you could just turn it into an anagram.
An anagram?
Now, what's on tap for you guys for this year?
Starting to look at summertime, trying to book some dates now for, June and July. I think our touring thing will be steady, but it'll be kind of sporadic because we all have families and small kids at home. 4 or 5 days at a time, that's about as much as we can stand. We got to get home and see our children. We all have other work that we do, and so just by nature, it's got to be kind of like guerrilla warfare. We strike and then we disappear.
Tell them about the video.
Oh yeah, we actually did make a music video for one of the new songs called Aspartame, and it's all over. I mean, it's on our YouTube channel, and it's been popping up in different places on the web. But I think if people Google Aspartame video, or if they just go to our website, it'll pop up. And it's cool. It's the first one we've done in a while. I think it's probably my favorite Superdrag video by a mile. So
Great. Anything you guys want to hit as a final note?
Check out Industry Giants.
hit me, Tom.